Hi, my dear brothers and sisters. This is Bobby Quitain, and welcome to Pathways of Hope. There was this time when my two boys, at that time ages 7 and 4, when they had to undergo a blood extraction in a hospital in order to determine if they were sick of dengue fever. Very much afraid. Both of them were crying inside the hospital laboratory. I decided to talk to the older brother, Franco, and I explained to him the importance of the procedure. I told him that he had to be brave for the sake of his younger brother. He had to show him that there was nothing to be afraid of. You know what happened? After my short talk with him, he sighed and said to me, "Yes, Papa, I will do it for Marco." He then stood up, still in tears, and he went up to the nurse. And as the nurse began the procedure, Franco was still in tears, but all the while he was looking at his younger brother and telling him, "See, Marco, it's going to be all right. There is nothing to be afraid of. You can do this too." Thereafter, with tears still streaming down his cheeks, he went up to his younger brother and said, "Marco, it's done. You'll be fine. There's nothing to be afraid of. Everything is going to be all right." You know what happened? Marco pushed back his shoulders, wiped his tears away, and went forward to the nurse. And he had his blood extracted that day. What happened here? You see, the older brother had to endure the pain in order to be able to assure his younger brother that there was nothing to be afraid of and that everything was going to be all right. I have good news for you. You have an older brother too, and he had to conquer his fear, endure so much pain 2,000 years ago, the humiliation, the torture, the cross. And he did all this for you so that he can rise from the dead and tell you today, "See, there is nothing to be afraid of and everything is going to be all right." By unmasking this pretender called death, by conquering this bully, and by rising from the dead, Jesus now has the standing, the position, the right, the credibility to tell you not to be afraid. Jesus' words in today's gospel in the 14th chapter of John cannot be more explicit when he said, "Do not let your hearts be troubled. You have faith in God, have faith also in me." Friend, what's troubling you today? You may have lost a loved one during this pandemic. Jesus tells you, "Do not let your heart be troubled. I've seen what lies beyond the grave. I've defeated death itself. There is nothing to be afraid of. Everything is going to be all right." Or you might be afraid for yourself or your family because of the uncertainty of our times. Well, Jesus says again to you today, my friend, do not let your heart be troubled. There is nothing to be afraid of. Everything's going to be all right. Today, I want to encourage you to gather all that's troubling your heart, everything, and give them all to Jesus. Lay them before Him. Surrender them all to Him. He has gone through worse, and yet He comes out of His grave to tell you today, there is nothing to be afraid of, and everything's gonna be all right. Aren't you glad that you have an older brother who loves you so much? I know I am. Have a blessed weekend ahead of you, my friend. Stay safe and stay healthy. God bless you.